Hey guys, my name is LiveFootball, not LiveFootball, LiveFootball, and my first video is the one you are currently watching. I am doing Football Manager. Clues in the name of the channel, really. Football is kind of linked with Football Manager, I'd say. We are doing a special save, a special weird save, and it's actually one that's taken like a season's worth of preparation, if you think about it. So as you can see, I am a red wolf. That will become clear when I explain, probably in a later video. And I am manager of Scunthorpe. What are Scunthorpe doing in the league with Man United, Man City, Arsenal, York? Well, if you look in the top right hand corner, it says 2056, and I simmed all the way to 2055, and then took charge of a team that I wouldn't expect to be in the Premier League. Let me have a look here. Come on, don't fail me now. Don't be slow now. Stages. Back. Right. So this is what the league was like when I joined the league. It was obviously the very start of the season, but this is what the Premier League looked like in 2055. Now I took a year to get used to the save, so that then I'd know what players were. For example, I had no idea what made York such a good team. I looked at that team and I was like, and slowly but surely you understand what that team is like, and you understand how sick it is. They've won it 2 years in a row. They've won it about 5 times in the last 7-8 years. They are sick. York are unbelievable. We have a look at other teams. Preston had a glory kind of stint about, I'd say, 2034. They were like Liverpool. I don't think they actually ever won the league, but they won the Champions League 3 times in a row in that stage. Luton were a previously quite strong team. Oh no, maybe not. Well, they have quite a strong team, I'd say. West Ham and Hull are also up there. They are, again, quite decent. Swansea, I think, have been there in the past. Yep, they've been up there. And obviously Preston have recently fallen a little bit. Tottenham went down that year, which was a big thing, and we ended up in 10th, which wasn't too bad with the squad that Scunthorpe had just been promoted to the Premier League at this point. So I took them on, and I took them for that year. We became 10th, which was actually a good result considering we were lingering around about 15th to 17th for quite a while. So what I'm going to do this episode, rather than review and just do the normal review where I review my transfers, fixtures, my team, I also need to review the leagues, what the leagues look like nowadays. So I'm going to do the top 5 teams of the league. So that's England, France, Germany, Spain, and Scotland. That's a joke. Italy. So I'm gonna show you what they all look like. Show you some of the best teams in Europe right now, which mainly is Monaco. I'm not gonna lie, Monaco are sick, but York are also up there, along with Liverpool. Liverpool have remained strong for a long time. So obviously you can see the league there. I think York are the most popular team. Alright, so we're going to go into stages. And as you can see, some different things. AJ Azure, they've won it 2 times in a row. They have got a very, very, very tidy squad, to be honest. I'm in awe of this squad. A lot of Spanish players. I really like Spanish players on this game. A lot of. They've probably got like 2, because they've probably sold them since I last looked. Yep, what did I tell you? They've got a left back that I like quite a lot. I think they've still got him around. No, not him. The other one. It might have been Villalba, but they have got a very, very nice team, and he is a god. He's an absolute god, and as you can see, this team is worth quite a lot of money. 52 million for a left back in this game is it's unheard of, pretty much. And obviously everyone's a regen in this game. Le Berrichon, I think they still own the most expensive player in Javi Romo. This guy's a striker, and I believe when I definitely joined the game, he was worth a huge amount. Oh, come on, Football Manager. Why are you so slow? There you go. 63 million, and them stats are actually insane. Like, literally, what the hell? Wow. Other than that, France is by far probably the best league in the world right now. All of them top 7 teams could easily be going at the league this year. Monaco, PSG, Angers they've been a recent rise into their Olympique Marseille and Olympique Lyonnais are both there. There's no way that they're just going to drop off and have a shit season. Also, notable mentions, Paris FC are up there. A decent Avant de Guingamp. If you ever paid attention to FIFA, that's how they say Guingamp. So I'm going to call them Guingamp. So into Germany. And if I'm honest, been the most boring league, to be honest. I don't know why I keep saying to be honest. Not really many changes, if I'm... Fuck's sake. Not many changes. HSV went down that year, which is a little bit disappointing, if I'm honest. Fuck's sake. Leipzig are up there. Evolving Mick reference. But Schalke, Dortmund have been dominating the league. Bayern have really dropped off a little bit. I'm not going to bother trying to find... Oh, come on. They haven't won it since 2045. Oh my god. 11 years of hurt. Ouch. Nuremberg won it in that time as well. An honourable mention. And a decent team, to be honest. Fuck's sake. Oh my god. If I say that one more time, I'm going to smack myself. Italy are the next one, and they've got some interesting mix-ups here. It changes every 2 years, I'd say. Currently, Juve are on top, but Pisa were absolutely insane at one point. This Solano team, they've got a lot of young, lower division teams in this league, like Avellino. Never heard of them before. They say no, that doesn't begin with a V. That begins with a C. Cittadella, Vicenza, Solano, Giulianova, and then Pisa. Pisa haven't even got a logo. That's how low they start in this game. And to put it this way, they have won the Champions League and they have won this league many times. They have, I don't know, I think he moved. Yeah, he did. That legend of a player, this German guy. He might have been the one actually that was at Azure, and he's great for one, and he was absolutely amazing, like ridiculous. He moved, and that's about it. This team is falling to pieces. I'm not gonna lie. A Libyan key player. Just a very, very good team. A very good team. And I would really like to manage that team because they're really, really good. And then we have Spain. Now Spain is again quite interesting. They have had some teams that are in about it, but the main winners are still there. Real Madrid and Atletico. Barcelona haven't won it in a very, very, very long time. Just here's the most recent table. Guadalajara still battling out in that kind of position, but as you can see, Gymnastique are up there. Albacete are quite a good team. So some decent players there, but if we go to past winners, it is a long time. 2056. 20 years forget Bayern. Barcelona are the ones that are struggling here. Granada have been in and about over the years, but obviously we need to focus on home. Now the good thing is I managed to get rid of that 15-minute time limit, because god, if I hadn't, then we'd really struggle for today. But as you can see, England have dropped off. I think it's because of York. York are kind of dominating. York and Liverpool are like a 2-horse race, like we see in Spain currently. Obviously it's a 3-horse race last year, but you never know with next year, with the amount of players that Atletico Madrid are losing. So I'm going to show you my team. No, actually I'm going to show you my transfers for this year and last year. Show who I brought in. So I'm kind of doing a summary of 2 years. So this might be quite a long episode, like I said. Transfer history. Oh, and I apologise for crap mic quality if it is. I'm getting a new one. Don't worry about it. It's just currently I may do with what I can. Try to get as set up as possible for this channel. You know, channel art, thumbnails, etc., etc. But just something I can't avoid. So we had quite the goings on in the time. Yeah, words. I'm sick of them. So I joined. This was my first signing. So I was fairly late because obviously I didn't holiday accurately because I'm a dipshit. And we ended up bringing in all these players who, well, Waterman's first team still. he's actually got very good stats compared to that ability and potential. Yeah, so he is actually very good. Kynan Baker's gone now. John Kay is not used at all. Roger Cross not used at all. Joseph Kovac not used at all. Billy O'Donnell rotation. Steve Kerr sold. Steve Hay on loan. He is a decent young player to come forward, but other than that, this previous manager was shit at times. I brought in Ashley Ward, the god that is the ex-Man United player. Brought him in on a free. He was kicking about on a free, so I was like, I'll have him. I'll have him on the cheap. Get him in day, and well, I did, and he is very, very good. Good inside at forward. Very attacking player, and he's proven well both this season and last year. Kevin Jones, very generic English name. Love having them kicking about the squad. Makes it really easy to remember. Not. But he is as solid as a centre back gets. Quality, really good player. And he just does his job at the end of the day. He's got marking, tackling, positioning. It's all good. His strength is really a standout attribute, as long as with his jumping. Yunus Gersoy is a little bit of a youth project. 20 years old, he's sort of failing himself at Ajax, so I brought him in to try and get as much potential as possible out of him and eventually generate a profit. His first touch is very good, and he's a very technical player, and I really think he could fit into that centre mid, but we've got some competition for him to come. The Jamaican man, Marvin Reed, already 2.5 star, 20 years old, got some decent core stats, obviously to grow on, but he is a god. He has played really well so far this season. Didn't feature as much as last year, because we had a first choice right winger who was going to beat him to it every time, but I decided make the gamble, let Reed play. He plays in a lot of positions, which is good. I like versatile players. This was disappointing because I saw this guy and I was like, damn, he's got good potential. Brought him in, he's got shit potential. So that happened, and then this also happened with this guy. Same story. A little bit disappointing. They'll probably both get sold for minute losses, and that'll be the end of it. Jordi Hurtado, though, what a player to get on a free, man. That's what I call a signing, son. Marking, sick. Tackling, sick. Work rate, sick. Positioning, sick. Strength, sick. And then Nico Schneider, you don't really need to know about him, but I got him on loan, and I might, if I was thinking about it, I might bring him back if I wanted just a push for that title. Well, not title, let's be realistic, but a higher position. Going out that year, Chris Goff, this was the first player I sold. He didn't fit into the role formation I wanted to play. Sold him on. We've actually done pretty well considering his price has dropped quite badly. Vasek went as well, probably on a steal, but again he was getting old, so I just got rid of him, you know. And then we had 4 keepers, so what's the point in that? So I got rid of him as well. And then Andre Schregler went, which was fucking good, brilliant. Sorry about that. Roman Nikolic, 17 years old. Quality player to bring in for that price. Got him on I think it was where you get a free contract and then you get him in quickly. 20 determination, so he's going to grow well. His work rate's high as well, so he's got some decent core stats, and he's featuring in under 21s and occasionally, very rarely, getting a game in that first team. Jose Augusto, currently in the under 21s, might loan him out this year because he needs some first team experience to get them technicals up because they are abysmal. But his potential could speak for itself, and he could grow into a very good player. I think the youngest player I brought in so far, 16 years old, very good. Guy Barth, oh my word, 18 years old, and he's that good. And I got him for £1 million, £1 million from Standard Liège. I don't know. This is the biggest coup I've ever had, along with Kagawa on a free back in 2012. No, 13. But this is ridiculous. He's unbelievably good. He's hit some amazing strikes, and he's 18 years old. This is like having Eden Hazard for half the price. It's amazing. Then they brought Neil Ricks in. They got relegated last year, and I've got to say, this guy was a standout player. Standout for him. And I was like, well, I need a right back, otherwise I'm screwed, because I'll have people just running down my wings, because Waterman isn't exactly incredible. Alright, he's got the core stats, but nothing amazing. So I got Ricks in, and he's been awesome. Been really good. Peter Worm, this was another one where I was like, yeah, he's got potential. Okay, no, he hasn't. But I got him on a free, so it's no big. I'll just sell him off for a cheeky 1 million profit. You know, that's not too bad. Got this guy on loan. My current keeper was, how do I say, shit. So I quickly brought this guy in on loan. Might look at trying to buy him, but he's from Dynamo, so you know, reputation might be difficult. We'll see how it goes. Galbacera, now this guy's quite interesting. I do like this guy. He can play left mid, but he can also play naturally as a striker. And I do play him sometimes in camp when Vargov is injured, who is a monstrosity of a player. So good, which I will show you later. But I got him for 700k, and I've got to say, that is a freaking really good deal. He's already scored a goal or two for the club, and I'm quite happy to have him. Anthony Valet, you know, this is the youngest guy I've signed so far. Kind of just a project to get some money out of him. At the end of the day, if you get a player that's got that kind of potential for 105k, stick him in the under 21s, get him training, get him going, let him grow, and there you go. You've got yourself a decent player. His determination is shit, but I don't know if I've got him on the tutor. He was injured, so he wasn't able to get. He still is injured. Fuck's sake. It's not long as well. It's like, oh, I've clicked on advice. It's going to take half an hour to load. Oh, but I like his core stats. His core stats are decent. I'd say his technique's very good for a centre midfielder, which is what you need. Going out that year, this guy, Ed Bullard, they came in for an offer of 1.6 and I was like, okay, he's not that good, so cheerio. John Scott went, other centre back. I had Jordi Hurtado and Jones, didn't need this guy anymore. Steve Kerr went for like half the price that they bought him for. That was an abysmal transfer that the former manager made. Matthew Barnes, he's alright, but not amazing. So sold him. Schwegler went for a tiny price, but he's 87? No, he's not 87 years old. He's 32 years old. But realistically, I want to bring in young players rather than older ones. And Kynan Baker. And that's about it. Conrad Copnell, I believe, is the keeper. Yep. And now this is what we play like. Now this is my signature formation. I will probably play this in. I will try to play this in most of my FM saves. So I'll probably do one in 2015, FM 2015. This is going to hopefully go until the end of 2014. But this is just the way I play. So Scunny is the defensive option, and then a copy of Scunny. I'm not going to change to it because it probably take about half an hour. But that's attacking version. So how we normally play? Where the fuck is Reed? Marvin Reed, you god. So Marvin Reed will slot in there. Then where's Vargov? Vargov will slot in here. Now this I'm playing like this because I just played a embarrassing Capital One Cup game. And then we'd have Jordi Hurtado plays there. So that's kind of how we rock the team out. So we have Madouni, who is a Algerian legend, a bit, kind of. There's his stats. I'm pretty sure there's a chant coming out of this name, but he's so good. He's incredible. Legend. We've had a few Algerian legends, I'm not kidding. He is listed, but that's only if I can get an insane price for him. That's kind of the way I'm working that one. Inside forward, Ward. I've shown you him already. I've also shown you Marvin Reed. He's going to grow quite well. Oh man, this lad. This beautiful Martin Vargov. 22 years old. Trackwaster. And very, very good. He got voted for Golden Boy, European Golden Boy, right, in the season where we came 9th. That's how good he is. I think this is the Aaron Howard. Yes, it is. What a guess. There's 2 Howards when I came into this club. I think there still are, but this is the better one. Box-to-box player. Very good. Can't argue with that. Deep line playmaker also. So he can play in either of these roles well. And then we just play Bath in box-to-box because he's better there. So he's very, very good. I don't know why you can't see my keeper. It's a weird thing, this Football Manager. I don't know why it does. Obviously, Waterman, you've met him. Jones, Hurtado, Ricks, and then Can never remember his name, but Petrovic in goal. So now, oh fucking hell, I need a break. We can get to fixtures. Currently unbeaten in the Premier League. However, we've only played shit teams. That was quite a little sentence there. Connectives and all the shit. So we went to Jamaica, played that team, won 6-1. Marvin Reed scored 3 goals in his homeland. And beat Murcielagos 2-0. Beat Banfield 5-1. Beat Apaches and Kaz 7-0, 8-0. Beat Newport, our affiliate club, 3-1. Lost against San Lorenzo, didn't deserve it. Lost against Ruben Kazan, kind of deserved it. Lost against Real Sociedad, didn't deserve it. A little bit unfortunate there, to be honest. 2 own goals as well in them 2 games, which is sad. But we got off to a good start. We beat Everton 1-0 with a Guy Barth goal. Quality, son. And then we beat Luton 6-3. This was an insane game. And I'm going to click on this thing, this little thing, so it'll load up this thing. And then this thing will tell you some stats about what happened in the match. There you go. We kind of dominated, just conceded a lot of goals. Once again, scoring own goals for days. Marvin Reed scored, Martin Vargo scored, Barth scored, Aaron Thompson scored, Madoon scored too. I just love this team. I absolutely adore this team. It's a brilliant team. Then we beat Sunderland 5-2. Sunderland are like League 1 now. That's how shit they are. They're really, really bad. Ashley Ward 2, Vargov 1, Madouni 1, Reed. I pretty much feel a strong team, so I thought, well, might as well. It's no biggie. Early season, they've all got fitness. Kevin Jones and Martin Vargov scored 2 against West Brom. Again, good game. Good game. Quite happy with that. And then against Huddersfield, we won 3-0. Galbacera won and Madouni scoring. I subbed Galbacera on at the end and he grabbed his first goal, which is always good. 2-2 against Norwich, which was disappointing. They scored in the first half, and then Marvin Reed seemed to actually have the comeback of the century, pretty much playing on his own for the second half. Scored 2, and then they scored in the final minute, which was typical. But at the end of the day, going from a 0 point to a 3 point to a 1 point situation, you have to take the point because you were looking at 0 points, but now you got at least 1. And then we lost on penalties against Reading, loving it. But we haven't lost in a competitive game so far, which is good. However, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City break against Watford, then West Ham, then break against Sheffield United, then Chelsea, then Hull, then York. Ugh. That is not a good fixture list. That is horrible. But if we get a few points, we'll continue, and we're currently first in the Premier League. Who would have thought that? Exact same goal difference as York, exact same points as York, and playing kind of well. Not gonna lie, playing a lot better than I thought. So, like I said, 10th last year. We were struggling last year, and at the moment players are playing out of the skin. But things will change. I'm confident that when we eventually come up against these very large teams that are quite decent, we will probably lose a few, and we'll probably fall down the league a little bit. But as long as we don't fall miles down the league, I'm confident in the top 8. I think we can possibly nab 8th spot, which would be very nice. Also, because of the way that the competition reputation has worked, we have now only have 3 Champions League qualification spots. I think rules. Yep, 3rd position goes to Champions League Best Players Playoff. But other than that, if you get 4th, you get Euro Cup Group Stage. 5th, Euro Cup Playoff. 6th, 3rd qualifying round. So it has made this league even harder for me. Even harder. So we need to pick up some money. We need to get it invested into the squad, and we need to work our way into that top 6 to start getting some serious monies, man. Serious monies. Other than that, this is Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe will rise. That is what the series is called. I made the thumbnail with it on. Quite proud of that thumbnail, if I do say so myself. There could have been a few things that might have been edited, but other than that, it was quite good. I was quite happy with it. Looking at where we want to go in the future, because I like to give you an insight into where we're going and let you know and let you get attached to the players. That's what I think some of the best commentators don't do very well with Football Manager. You don't get attached to the players. You don't have the same thing with FIFA where, like, over a career mode, you realise that that guy's amazing because you watch him play in every game. You don't see that in Football Manager because you don't watch every game. That's just the way Football Manager works. There's no way I'm gonna show you every game in Football Manager because it just wouldn't work. Like, that would take a colossal amount of episodes to get through a season and a colossal amount of episodes to get anywhere. So it's not happening, basically. Sorry to crush your dreams. But these are the kind of players we're looking at. If you look at Ehab Thompson, Mark Keegan, and Dean Evans, the likelihood is that we will sign one of them at the end of this year because we need a new right back. Well, not a new right back, a young right back to learn from Ricks, get better, and hopefully become sick at life. Although they're all pretty small, which is a bit of a pain. I do like my big right backs. Also, Matteo Bartolini. There you go. 22-year-old, oldest player on the team shortlist, but I think he's very good. He is very good. In fact, I'll tell you that right now. He is sick, and I want to have him at centre back. However, Solano are quite a high reputation team, so see how that goes. Abiodun have to work on, again, gaining some reputation to entice him away from Celtic. Same from David Zakarian, although we're kind of not struggling for a cam position because we do have two players in the youth squad. I do risk dragging off on a little bit, and you can have a look at the other players. There's Tom and Andrew Palmer. Pause the screens if you would like to see. But I do risk dragging on a little bit, but I just want to show you these two players that came through our youth squad. Chris Ford, who is a cam by night and by day probably. He's just going to grow into a colossal player, and then we're going to have a sick cam to play, so I'm not bothered. Already played 12 games this season, all under 21 level, but he should be playing for England very soon, to be honest. He's amazing. I said to be honest again, I should really slap myself. And then Bradley King, striker, target man, or poacher, depends where I go for. 6'6" guy, very, very sick. Sorry if you can hear that phone ringing. Hopefully you don't. Let's just pray on that one, eh? So other than that, that's about it. We've done with the first episode. I'll probably meet you back at the end of January. I like to do it 2 episodes per season normally, unless there's a big climax at the end of the season, e.g. Champions League or league deciding game. So generally 2 episodes per season, but might not. I want you to choose your players, choose the best players that you like, and I'm going to do a video soon on where I hope I can get on YouTube and what I'm aiming for. So anyway, it's been LiveFootball. I got my own name wrong. It's LiveFootball. Live on.
I ain't just trying to survive. I'm still trying to thrive. I never want to say goodbye, but this road's getting hard and my lungs filling up with dust. And I ain't never had the answer, so I keep moving faster. 2 steps from the next disaster. In a world so tight, all I want to do is loosen up. Loosen up, loosen up, loosen up, loosen up, loosen up, loosen up, loosen up.